CRM can be the greatest investment you ever make in your business, or it could be a gigantic waste of time and money. How do you avoid that? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? So if you're like a lot of businesses who come to me regularly for CRM advice, you probably are looking to grow sales, to improve your efficiency, improve productivity, to increase customer retention, just to be more responsive and to turn around things faster for your customers in a more profitable manner. Things are getting pretty competitive out here. The internet has made it so easy for our customers and our prospects to find our competition that we need to be delivering our A game each and every time. And the good news is CRM is the solution to most of those issues. So CRM, when it's done right, will streamline your operation, allow the right hand and the left hand to work together. I might have gotten that backwards, right hand and left hand to work together. But the key is that you're going to be able to stay on top of things and just to be responsive in efficient, effective manner to help your customers get what they want faster than your competition. And that's the goal. But 40 to 70% of CRM projects fail. And if you found this video, you might either be struggling with CRM currently, or you might be looking at CRM and you want to avoid those struggles. Well, the good news is we've done this a lot. In fact, we offer a 100% money back guarantee for our CRM adoption program. That's because we know what we're doing. We have a proven structured methodology to help you. And where it all starts is creating a smaller footprint to begin and to have a management team that is focused on helping your people get what they want out of the CRM. So what a lot of management teams will do is when they come to me asking about CRM, they'll say the common struggles that I already mentioned, but they'll focus on it from a management perspective. They'll say that we need to track what our people are doing, how many calls they've made, how many proposals they've sent out, how many visits they've made. They just want to track these metrics and just watch over the salespeople to make sure the salespeople are doing their jobs. This creates a belief in the management team that by looking at those metrics, the corporate goals will be met, which is improved efficiency, improved productiveness, improved responsiveness, those greater goals for the company. The truth is, when you approach CRM like that, you're actually creating some pressure that will cause adoption to falter and fail. Because most salespeople are properly motivated by whatever compensation program you've put in place. The challenge with CRM comes when management teams feel that CRM is there to serve the management goals. Now, that sounds like it's a good thing in theory, because the management team knows what the goals of the company are. And the goals of the company is to be healthy, profitable, pay people good salaries, help customers, all those great goals for the greater good of the company. The challenge is that the management team will get hung up on measuring performance, measuring how many calls are being made, measure how many proposals are going out, all the metrics and the details and the specifics of wrangling people and making sure that they're doing their jobs. Well, what happens when you do that is there's a lot of pressure on the salespeople to just make phone calls, to do the proposals, to hit those metrics. It doesn't really make the CRM a tool for them. It makes it the CRM a tool for the management team. And ultimately what ends up happening is that puts downward pressure on the salespeople and the service team to not use the CRM because it's not really serving their needs. It's not really helping their day. And yeah, you could say from a greater good standpoint that, well, if we hit these goals, we'll be able to pay our people better, we'll be able to give them better jobs, we'll be able to search out new markets and new opportunities, and we'll all win together. But the average person doesn't think like that. The average salesperson doesn't think like that. I'm a salesperson. I'm speaking firsthand here, and if you've been a salesperson, you know what I mean. If you have a compensation plan that's in place that properly incents your salespeople, they will want to do a good job. And sure, you might want to tell them, based on our studies, we find that if a salesperson makes this many calls a week and has this many on-site visits and does this many proposals, they can hit this quota level. And so you might be able to help inform them and tell them and guide them and shape them. But the average salesperson usually doesn't need that kind of help. What they need is a tool to cut down on the administrative work, to help them remember follow-ups, to remember to reach out to people, to help them use their days, their hours in the most productive ways possible. They need a tool that's actually going to help them stay on top of their job with lower stress, lower friction, and turn things around faster. So if you see where I'm going with that, the ultimate good of CRM is to serve the corporation, of course. It's to help the company serve more customers in a more effective way that those customers and prospects keep coming back to you. But to get there, you need to help the salespeople actually make their days easier. Give them the information they need, lower their administrative burdens, lower their friction in their day, take those things that they hate doing. And as a salesperson, I'm going to tell you, I hate doing paperwork. I hate doing my follow-ups. When I meet with you, I get energy out of working with people, helping people come up with solutions, figuring out answers to their problems, putting quotes together. And yeah, I like a signed quote coming back to me. But what I don't like doing is remembering to follow up with someone 3 days later or a month after I send a proposal. What's the status of that? Help me remember those things. And a good CRM tool is going to do that. A good CRM tool is going to automate reminders, automate follow-ups, automate touch points. And you can do some really cool things with CRM. Like with Microsoft Dynamics, for example, you can set up these things called sequences. So if there's a common series of steps that you do, you can just put a prospect or a customer in that sequence, and then those steps will automatically fire off. So in the old days where I would have to do this and then remember to do that and then remember to do the next thing and then remember to do the next thing, well, now I just put them in a sequence and the system will remind me at each step. That's huge. That makes me as a salesperson want to use the system. And guess what? When you get your salespeople and your service people wanting to use the system, there's going to be less friction and energy wasted on browbeating people, forcing them to use the system, watching over them, looking at if they're using the system or not, because they're going to want to use the system. So you make it easy to use, make the system so it helps them make their days easier. They will want to use it, and then management goals will be met. And I know it's backwards because most prospects that come to me, the management teams are focused on dashboards and analytics. And I talk to a lot of management consultants who will advise management teams, hey, you need to get your dashboards, you need to get your analytics. It all sounds good in theory, but the reality is, if you try it our way, which has been proven out over hundreds of implementations, you're going to get your results a lot faster. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you want to know a little bit more about the less is more strategy, how to get started with the smallest footprint possible to make it easier for your people to start using and learning and building new habits around CRM, take a look at this video right here where I go into all that in detail.